Check out my style, I fall from a lane, girl, watch me put it down, baby. She on the road, kick it around in my coupe, me and you just cruising through the town lately. Ask you some questions, girl, do you mind? What will it take to make you mine, please? Tell me be you and we can try. So I spit true, I change the whole thing. Check out my style, I fall from a lane, girl, watch me put it down, baby. She on the road, kick it around in my coupe, me and you just cruising through the town lately. Ask you some questions, girl, do you mind? What will it take to make you mine, please? Tell me be you and we can try. So I spit true, I change the whole thing. No, I ain't giving up. I made an oath, I ain't giving up. Whoa, we on the phone getting spiritual. Then I remix the flow, getting in the check out my style, I fall from my lane, girl, watch me put it down, baby. She on the road, kick it around in my coupe, me and you just cruising through the town lately. Ask me some questions, girl, do you mind? What would it take to make you mine, please? Tell me be you and we can try. So I spit true, I change the whole thing. Check out my style, I fall from my lane, girl, just watch me put it down, baby. She on the road, kick it around in my coupe, me and you, we just cruising through the town lately. Ask me some questions, girl, do you mind? What would it take to make you mine, please? Tell me be you and we can try. So I spit true, I change the whole thing. Check out my style, I'm far from a lane, girl, just let me put it down, baby. She on the road, kick it around in my coupe, me and you, we just cruising through the town lately. Ask me some questions, girl, do you mind? What would it take to make you mine, please? Tell me be you and we can try. So I spit true, I change the whole thing. No, I ain't giving up. No, I made an oath, I ain't giving up. Hey, we on the phone getting spiritual, and I remix the flow, getting in the air. Check out my style, I'm far from a lane, girl, just watch me put it down, baby. She on the road, can get around in my coupe, me and you, we just cruising through the town lately. Ask me some questions, girl, do you mind? What would it take to make you mine, please? Tell me be you and we can try. So I spit true, I taste the whole thing. No, I ain't giving up. Hey, I made an oath, I ain't giving up. Whoa, we on the phone getting spiritual, and then I remix the flow, getting in the
All my soldiers on the streets that really get it, all the pain that you seen, I can feel it. I'm your brother, you my brother, we connected. Have mercy on us, Lord, please protect us. All the games that I played, I done seen it all. Ain't taking no shit, not at all. So I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. All my soldiers on the streets that really get it, all the pain that you seen, I can feel it. I'm your brother, you my brother, we connected. Have mercy on us, Lord, please protect us. All the games that I played, I done seen them all. Ain't taking no shit, not at all. So I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. When you know what's really real, what do it feel like? Do you keep on telling lies just to make yourself feel right? Clutching on my stomach every night. I got bad nerves, sweating in my sleep, fighting demons, it's a cold world. Feel like it's all on me. All the pressure, all the pain, all the struggle, all the hustle, all the tension, not to mention all the praying that I did. Hope it changed for me. Did it change for me? Yeah. Now I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and every day my vision getting clear. God got me, so whom shall I fear? Not a damn soul. All my soldiers on the streets that really get it, all the pain that you seen, I can feel it. I'm your brother, you my brother, we connected. Have mercy on us, Lord, please protect us. All the games that I played, I done seen it all. Ain't taking no shit, not at all. So I gotta go get it. I gotta go get it. All my soldiers on the streets that really get it, all the pain that you seen, I can feel it. I'm your brother.
court to God. The white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop it, ass shit. Damn what you talk about, fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone be. Boy, ass need to stop it, ass shit. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Know it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settle. Yeah, see the props. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass need the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know what I'm saying? They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world and know boy, your ass need to stop it, ass need the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, Jeremiah, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass shit. Oh, wrong with step, I'm silent for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no losses, I ain't no talking when we got the flow. I ain't no peace, just pay with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pants through the fire. Ain't she the prophets? That baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Plus your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I'm your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years. But that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets. Give a damn what you talking about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
Voting ain't gonna help us, man. Marching ain't gonna help us, man. Protesting ain't gonna help us, man.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me. Gray skies overhead, this isn't looking likely. But I try to do the right thing like Spike Lee. And I talk to God, the one and almighty. Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me. Yeah.
Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me.
Have mercy on
Man, this
me.
shit ain't no joke, man, this shit ain't no joke. Like the boy cried wolf, I ain't blowing no smoke. You don't gotta look far to see it ain't no hope in this fucked up world. I'm just trying to stay afloat. I grew up in the ghetto in the middle of the streets, H-E-L-L, the belly of the beast. Thanksgiving came around, I wasn't having no feast when the landlord talking about breaking out lease. Goddamn, what's next? My girl broke it with your boy and she did it in a text that if I couldn't have nothing that I could have love besides love for the money and selling these drugs. Sometimes it seems like it's the only way out, but every day I'm getting older and it's getting played out. Can't end up in the pen trying to find a way out. Lord forgive me for my sins when my heart gave out. My dad died, biggest loss I ever had to take. He a big part of the reason I'm the man I am today. And moving on was a move I wasn't trying to make, but I got sons now, so I gotta lead them not astray. And even though success is looking unlikely, I stay mighty and pray nightly and remain doing the right thing like Spike Lee, which is hard in this life for a nigga like me. All my life I had to fight like my name's Sophia. Always had heart and in my heart was no fear. Boy, I stayed is in trouble, trouble always stayed near. When you black in America, that's all you cold here, I can't lie. Some days I wanna break down and cry. For me and my people that's fighting to stay alive. Cause living ain't living when you living to survive. Guess we living in hell till the heavens arrive. Nah, I mean,
What it's like for a nigga like me.
like me, like me, like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me.
Like me.
What it's like for a nigga like me. Gray skies overhead just isn't looking likely, but I try to do the right thing like Spike Lee, and I talk to God, the one and almighty. Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me. Yeah.
Lord, please have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me.
Have mercy on me. What it's like in this life for a nigga like me. Every day I gotta fight my demons. Wake up, thank God I'm breathing. Cause all nightmares, America's dreaming. Trying to find a way to make it while surrounded by heathens. No stress long as I got a coat and I'm eating. I'm blessed and I know the most high's the reason. But my heart's bleeding through my sleeve is seeping. For all the things that I've been peeping. Type of shit make you say fuck it and sleeping. Cause while you was sleeping during the evening, for brothers got gunned down over the weekend. Stretched out in the streets left leaking. Laid out white sheet, mom's grieving. All lives gotta have more meaning than another nigga dead in the paper I'm reading. Baby mama bitching every time that she's speaking. Talking like she gonna take the kids as she's leaving. How we go from kids to ending up in the deep end. Sink or swim, lose or win, saint or sin. Where does the change begin? And when does the bullshit end? Cause I wake up in the morning, gotta do it again. Go to sleep, go to work and just do it again. Damn. Can't pretend, cause when you stand out, it's hard to blend. And what I stand for, don't fold or bend. Cause I heard real folks don't got too many friends. Cause when you speak the truth, then you tend to offend. So, while I'm gripping this pen, Lord, please have mercy on me, amen.
It's time for my people to come together and rise up. The only way we gonna take our royalty back, man, is if we do just that, man. Take it back. Kwame Yashala, nigga. Time for us to rise out of our oppression. A wise man told me each one teach one. So I need you to reach out to your brothers and sisters and teach them, man. There's no reason we should still be getting hung from trees in this day and age, man. Lord, please have mercy on me.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shabarakatha. To all my brothers, Yahweh Shemana Thumba Shem, Yahweh Shad, all my sisters. This is Priest and Officer of 1,000 Rakar RER hitting you up out of the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, which started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And what we do is we teach the Blacks, Hispanic, and Native that they are God's true and only chosen people. And with that comes a set of responsibilities. Those responsibilities for us to love each other, take care of each other, and basically show brotherhood to each other. And that's what this class is. This is the ISUPK New England Brotherhood class. We have classes all throughout Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Vermont, New Hampshire. You know what I'm saying? So if you have any questions, type them on in. Today's class is about the brotherhood of loving the woman that God gave you and not being with the woman that is our oppressors. You know what I'm saying? Our oppressors' daughters, our oppressors' nieces, and you know what I'm saying, mothers and wives and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We should not be with any of our oppressors' children. You know what I'm saying? This is about what they call it, swirling. This class is, we're going to learn if swirling is lawful. Is swirling something that the Bible condones? You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get to that. If y'all have any questions, type them on in. Any questions, type them on in. You know what I'm saying? I want to get it popping. If you got time, share the class. Share the class. You know what I'm saying? Get your questions answered. Share the class. And we're going to speak. You heard about that Malika Andrews, right? This chick, Malika Andrews, who has no problem talking about what a black man is accused of. She has absolutely no problems with that. She was at the draft talking about how a boy, you know what I'm saying, did a crime that he never even committed. I ain't even going to speak on it because it's old news, it's buried news. You know what I'm saying? The brother was found innocent You know what I'm saying? And she's out there, just ready to crucify black men. But when it comes to a Caucasian man's crimes, the crimes a Caucasian man admitted to doing, having relations with underage women, she is absolutely quiet. In fact, she's more of the defense too. And she started blaming Des Bryant. You know what I'm saying? She started blaming Des Bryant for the allegations that's against him. When the man, she needs to stop. She needs to stop. Bear with me 1 second. All right. So we're gonna get with it. We're gonna start, what I'm saying, getting into these scriptures about interracial relationships. You know what I'm saying? Is it a sin or is it not? It is something that Christ died for. Did Christ die for all of us to hold hands and love each other? No. No, we're gonna get into it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Deuteronomy 7:3. Let's go to Deuteronomy 7:3. Oh, Salaki. Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Right? This is telling you straight up and down, we should not be making marriages with them. If you read Deuteronomy, Deuteronomy is a set of laws, customs, you know what I'm saying, a set of rules that we were guided with. We lived by these rules in our days. And these rules were set for Israelites and Israelites only. These ain't rules for everybody. This is rules just for our people. That's what these rules are for, our people. And this is telling our people, neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his sons. We should not be giving our daughters to their sons. We should not be giving our daughters to their sons because they'll end up like Malika Andrews, siding with the oppressor over their brothers. That's what they'll end up doing. They'll protect Zaddy. They'll protect that man that is not built to protect them. He don't even know how to protect black women. You know what I'm saying? So let's read that from the top again. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughters shalt thou take unto thy son. We should not take their daughters and have our sons marrying their daughters. And there's a specific reason why for this. There's a specific reason why, and this reason shows more than through Blacks, Hispanic, and Natives. It shows more than any other nation out there. It shows a whole lot more. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, when let's say an Asian man, when an Asian man marries a black woman, you do not see an Asian going to a Baptist church or African Methodist church. You don't see him in there. You don't see him in there. But when our sons marry a Caucasian woman, you will see our sons in a Catholic church. You know what I'm saying? What am I saying about that? Why am I bringing up churches into this? Because they'll start following the religions of the woman that they marry. They'll start following the religions of our oppressors. Let a black man marry an Asian woman. He will be a Buddhist by next week. He'll be in some temple humming, and acting like as if he's meditating when he just really has his eyes closed. You know why? Because that's the nature of us. The nature of us is like we like to cling on to the other nations. We like to do what the other nations do. So a lot of people like to bring up verse 4 as if verse 4 changes the law that was set. Verse 4 don't change the law that was set. Verse 4 actually shows you what the law is about. Verse 4 actually shows you that this is a repercussion, a flaw, a setback of you marrying your oppressor. Let's read verse 4 now. For they will turn away thy son from following me. They will turn away your sons from following the Most High. That's why your sons will marry a Caucasian woman, and it's beyond the religion of it. It's the whole culture and custom of it. We start practicing their customs. We start practicing their culture. You know what I'm saying? Black men, let's say, for example, what type of weird culture that they're into? Black men don't become cuckolds. Let's say cuckolds until they're marrying a Caucasian woman. Black men start practicing their culture and customs when they get with them. And that's the problem with us as a whole. As a people, we are doing what they do. We ain't following our own culture. We're following their culture. You know what I'm saying? So let's read that from the top. For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. That's why we're in the situation that we're in. We're following other gods. What are the other gods we're following? Ask yourself, what are the other gods that we're following? We're following the Christian God, which is Caesar Borgia. We're following the Muslim God, which is Allah, which is a rock in Mecca. We're following Buddhism, Taoism. We're following everything but the law, statutes, and commandments. But what other gods are there that we're following? We're following money. We're chasing after money. That's not our God. That's more the Caucasian man's God than anybody's. We're following money. We're following women. Women become our gods. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing. We're following all types of gods with the law, statutes, and commandments, which our power gave us. That's what we're doing. That's why we are cautioned to stay away from them, especially with marrying them. Because we are sheep. And as sheep do, what do sheep do? Sheep follow the masses. The heathens outnumber us greatly, and we follow the masses. Whatever the heathens are doing, we think is cool. That's why we do hoodoo. Well, I don't even know what hoodoo is. Some person said they did hoodoo, and now everybody's doing hoodoo. What is hoodoo? I don't even know. I think it's some off-brand voodoo, for all I know, but those are the things that we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to read that from the top from 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy sons. This is very cut, clear, and dry. Cut, clear, and dry. We should not be marrying them. A lot of y'all like to get stuck on 4 and try to make 4 to be like, no, we should not be marrying people of other religions. That's what they like to say. We should not marry people of other religions. But this is how you cut that. What you do is go back to verse 1. And let's see if it's religions that was mentioned. When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and hath cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites. You know what these ites are? These ites are sons of. Ites is a way of saying child of or son of. You know what I'm saying? Like Amorites. They are the sons of, I forgot the man's name. Wow. But let's say Canaanites. They are the children of Canaan. You know what I'm saying? They are the children of Canaan. You know what I'm saying? The Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites. 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. Like this just names 7 nations. We're going to go into verses that name more in other nations. Just to show you that this is not just about these 7 nations. This goes beyond that. We should not be marrying them, period, which is every other nation beyond each other. Black, Hispanic, and Native should only be marrying each other. You know what I'm saying? So none of those names are religions. So when they like to bring up the religion pull, no, it's not a religion that we're being warned not to marry. These are nations. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Look, that's what we were supposed to do. We ain't supposed to be marrying them. At that time, we're supposed to destroy them, smite them. If you know what smite means to unalive, to delete. We're supposed to be deleting these nations. They were supposed to be no more. You know what I'm saying? Thou shalt make no covenant with them. And one of the greatest covenants you can make, if you know what a covenant is an agreement. And one of the greatest covenants you can make is a marriage covenant. You know why? Because a marriage covenant ain't just between you and that woman, believe it or not. It's between families. Back in the day, that's how families grew peace amongst each other. 2 families that was at war, if they wanted peace, marriages were formed between the 2 warring families. No, we're supposed to be at war with them. There's other verses to prove that. We ain't supposed to be seeking their peace, period. Seeking their peace makes us weak. And that's what a marriage covenant does, is seeking peace with a warring nation. And I understand how us Blacks, Hispanic, and Natives would like to believe that we're not at war right now. But let me tell you something. We are at war. Every Black, Hispanic, and Native been at war with our oppressor since 1492 when Columbus sailed the ocean blue. That's how long we've been at war with them. We just didn't know. We just played the victim role and getting our backside handed to us. That's what we've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Let me finish that. Nor show mercy unto them. We ain't even supposed to be showing them any mercy, man. Making those marriage covenants, those peace covenants with them is a sign of mercy. And we're not supposed to be showing them no mercy. You know what I'm saying? None at all. Let's go to Tobit. Let's go to Tobit 4 and 12. Tobit 4 and 12. Tobit is a book in the Apocrypha. If you don't know what the Apocrypha is, the Apocrypha is part of the original so-called Old Testament. It's always part of the original Bible. This covers a period of time called called the Greek period. You know what I'm saying? Tobit 4 and 12. So read along with me, rock out with me. You know what I'm saying? Tobit 4 and 12. Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers. What does that mean? It's telling you, beware of all whoredom, my son. Beware of all whoredom. And take a woman that is of your own nation. What does that mean? That means interracial relationship is a form of whoredom. Interracial relationship is a form of whoredom. Let me bring that back. Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers. Take not a strange woman to wife. Don't be swirled. That swirl is a poison unto the Black, Hispanic, and Native community. It's such a poison that Malika Andrews will always side with a Caucasian man. She will always defend the Caucasian man. She is not the only one. You got that other one that's real famous. I forgot her name, but she is real famous for hating on black men. Cynthia G. That's her name. Cynthia G. She is famous for hating on black men. And I admit, not every black man is perfect. Not every black man is perfect. But our oppressor shows every day that your life means nothing to him. Your concerns mean nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? Our oppressor right now is pushing two agendas. He's pushing side with Israel or side with Palestine. And with the Palestinian side, they're trying to say protest the Jewish merchandise, Jewish companies. Let me ask you something. Black people, we had a few boycotts in our days, quite a bit. Did any Palestinians ride with you when you were boycotting the NFL, taking a knee with Colin Kaepernick? Was there any Palestinian flags being waved? Any kaifas being worn? No, there wasn't. So let me tell you something. Don't take a strange woman to wife. No. The swirl is a poison unto us. And you'll be siding with Israel like so many clowns out there. Like, what's that basketball? Stephon Marbury. He's a clown. We got to side with Israel in his eyes. Look, let me tell you something. When it comes to this war, it's not our business. It's not our concern. We should only see it as entertainment. Because it is. We have our own problems to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue. I'm going to read that back from the top again. Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers, and take not a strange woman to wife. So what we hear here, whoredom is taking a strange woman to wife, right? Which is not of thy father's tribe. For we are the children of the prophets, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So the tribe of Jacob, that nation, the daughters of Jacob is the only daughters we should be dealing with. Those are only daughters we should be dealing with. Let's continue. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred. So what does that mean? Does that mean there was some type of what they call it? What they call it? When family, like when brothers and sisters be doing their thing. No, it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. What it's talking about, family, is your nation. Your nation is your family. Your own nation is your family. That is your peoples. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Even that they all married wives of their own kindred and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land. Guess what? That's what we should be doing. Right now, we don't even have no land to inherit. We don't even have no land to inherit right now because we are being oppressed. And we are giving our love to those who are oppressing us. But let me continue. Now, therefore, my son, oh, let's go on into brotherhood. Matter of fact, let's get into that. Love thy brethren and despise not in thy heart thy brethren, the sons and daughters of thy people. See, that's brotherhood. Loving the sons and daughter of your people. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. And not taking a wife of them, for in pride is destruction and trouble. Like, what is that telling you? Not taking a wife of your brothers, not taking a wife of your fathers. You know what I'm saying? Not taking a wife of your people is a form of hatred. You are hating that brother. You trying to say he ain't raised a woman good enough for you to be with. Sisters, you marrying Caucasian men is you telling brothers and sisters that they did not raise a man good enough to be with you. But you are better than your own nation. That's why you step out of your nation to find another person. Because they're not good enough for you. Let me read that again from the top. Now, therefore, my son, love thy brethren and despise not in thy heart thy brethren. When you don't do that, you despise your own people. When you participate in the swirl, when you start swirling, you hate your own people. You despise them. Let's continue. Cynthia G, she basically, Cynthia G she don't even hide her disgust and her despise for the people that raise black men and but for the people that raise black children. She don't even hide it. Not one bit. Let's continue. Thy sons and thy daughters of thy people, and not taking a wife of them, for in pride is destruction and much trouble. It is pride why you are doing that. It is pride. See, people like Kanye West have pride in having a woman of another race. They have pride in that. And they show it all the time. And guess what? And that pride is destruction. Look at Kanye now. Kanye is Looney Tunes, whacked out of his mind because he rather deal with a woman that is not of this nation. Believe me, if Kanye got with what so many people call a loudmouth headache of a black woman, he probably better off. He'll probably be better off. Because these puppets and porn stars that he's dealing with now is not benefiting him or his children in any way. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. For in pride is destruction and much trouble, and in lewdness is decay and great want, for lewdness is the mother of famine. Now, what is lewdness? What is lewdness? Let's look that up right now. The base word of lewdness is lewd. Okay, let's get to the Merriam. Get to the Merriam. And read along with me, all right? Read along with me. Lewd, an adjective. An adjective is a word that describes another word. Lewd, obscene and vulgar. So taking a woman that is not of your nation is obscene, vulgar. 1B, sexually unchaste, licentious. Licentious is a word that is derived from lasciviousness, which is basically somebody that's over sexualized, that only puts sex first. The only thing they could think about all the time is sex. You know what I'm saying? Obsolete, definition 2. Obsolete, evil, wicked. And that's that. All those definitions describe interracial relationships perfectly. All of them describe interracial relationships perfectly. You know what I'm saying? So let's drop that. Let's go to let's get Nehemiah 13. Let's see what Prophet Nehemiah thinks of the swirl. Nehemiah 13 and I think it's 22. Nehemiah chapter 13, verse 22. Oh, hold on. No. Drop down to 23. Verse 23. In those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod and Ammon and of Moab. Now, these are different nations than what was described earlier in Deuteronomy. These are women of Ashdod, of Ammon, and of Moab. These, if you don't know Ammon and Moab, those are the progenitors of basically the Asian race. Those two are the progenitors of what we call Asians today. And we should not be involved with them. Want proof? Let's hear it. Let's hear it. And their children spoke half in the speech of Ashdod and could not speak in the Jews' language. So we were speaking of like some type of, hold on. We were speaking Yiddish. We were speaking some bastardized version of Hebrew. A Hebrew that was mixed with another nation's dialect, another nation's words and stuff like that. You know why? Because the children of these nations were raised by women and men of other nations, so they were speaking both tongues. And in their travels and as they grow, they were mixing the languages up. They were mixing them, and now we have bastardized languages. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. But according to the language of each people, that's what they were speaking. More of the language of each people than the tongue of their forefathers, than the holy tongue, the Lashawan Kodash, that was given to our forefathers. You know what I'm saying? And I contended with them and cursed them. You know, I just thought of a point. It's crazy how they brought up language here. Because everybody was speaking one language until the Tower of Babel. When the Tower of Babel was erected, that is like the Most High divided up the nations right there. He divided us because he didn't want us together. The language barrier was built for a reason. That's why our oppressor lives off of the language barrier to divide and conquer us. There's books like the Lost Tribes and Promised Lands that basically talks about how dark-skinned slaves were brought to America from Africa to translate what the natives were speaking. Why? Because we were speaking the same language. Those slaves that they caught in Africa weren't Africans. And the people that were over here, they were of the same nation as those people that was taken in Africa. That's why they spoke the same language. That's why they were able to communicate. And there's many, many, many books that shows that slaves were communicating with natives in a tongue that our enemy did not know. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. And I contended with them and cursed them and smote certain of them. So he contended with them. He begged them. He was begging them and contended with them. That means argued. And he smote. He even fought some of them. Basically, when he said smote, he was more than fighting. He was beating them. He was breaking them down. You know what I'm saying? He's a priest of the Lord. He ain't no punk. He got them hands. Nehemiah had them hands, and he was begging them, and plucked off their hair and made them swear by God, saying, ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons. He's swearing to God, to these men that married women of other nations, not to let their children do the same thing. He's telling these men to make sure that their children follow the law and marry women of their family, of their father's bloodline. Yeah, these children are half black and half Asian. Guess what? They like that tennis player whose father's a Haitian, but her mother's an Asian. What's her name? I forgot her name. But that tennis player, guess what? That tennis player loves black men. Even though she may look Asian herself, just a darker version of it because her father's Asian, but she loves black men. And she should, because she is black herself. You know what I'm saying? In this world that we live in, she might not be, but according to the Lord, she is. You know what I'm saying? She absolutely is. So let's continue. Ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourselves. So you shouldn't even like be trying to marry more. Your kids shouldn't be marrying them, and you should not continue marrying more of them. You should not find another, because you know multiple wives is a culture of Israel. So it was a culture of many people. A lot of nations, it was a culture of every nation except for once, really. And he was basically telling you got to promise to the Lord that you ain't going to continue with these actions. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, send by these things? Like a lot of people like to say that Solomon's crime was having multiple wives. No, this is telling you, because remember, he's begging them not to continue marrying other women outside your nation. And he's also telling them straight up and down. And he's also telling them straight up and down, don't have your kids doing it. So what Solomon says, Solomon's sin is not the amount of women he had. Solomon's sin is having women of other nations. That's what drove him mad. That's what drove him crazy. Because now he's following all type of philosophies, looking like, that reminds me, you know what I'm saying, Killer Priest. Killer Priest, he raps about everything. Killer Priest used to be a Hebrew Israelite that rapped for Wu-Tang. And when he first came out, all he was rapping was Hebrew Israelite stuff. The next thing you know, he brings in Kemetic doctrine. Then he brings in Buddhist doctrine, Taoism. He starts bringing in other doctrines into his rap. And now it just sounds like a mush of insanity. And that's what happened with King Solomon. King Solomon's life turned into a Killer Priest trap because he was dealing with women of other nations and learned other doctrines and learned wisdoms that was not the wisdom of his power. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, send by these things? Yet among many nations was there no king like him. There's no king like Solomon. True. Who was beloved of his God. And God made him king over all Israel. Nevertheless, even him did outlandish women cause to sin. So even him, outlandish women, they cause him to sin. I know you wonder, outlandish, what that mean? Outlandish can mean a whole bunch of things. It don't have to mean women from other lands. It can mean women that are rude or women that are, I understand. So let me allow the next verse to clear it up for you, okay? Shall we then hearken unto you to do all this great evil? So should we listen to you to do all this great evil? Y'all supposed to be leaders. Y'all supposed to be men, fathers of Israel. Should we allow you to do the same evils King Solomon did? To transgress against our God in marrying strange women. So there it is. Marrying strange women. Marrying a woman that is not of your race. That is marrying unfamiliar women. That is marrying women that are oppressing your people. That is a sin. That is a sin. That is a crime against the Most High's laws. You know what I'm saying? That is an obvious crime. Let's get with it. Let's drop that. Let's get Ezra 9:1. Mess that up. Ezra 9:1. This is another priest and prophet of the Lord. Another priest and prophet of the Lord. Let's see what he has to say. Now, when these things were done, the princes came to me, saying, the people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the land, which is something that is going on today. We have a big problem separating ourselves from the people of this land. to the point that we are separating ourselves from each other with labels like I'm African American or I'm foundational Black American. Like it's something special to be American. That's nothing special, nothing important. You know what I'm saying? We are all Black. Mexicans, you're Black. Dominicans, you're Black. Salvadorians, you're Black. Hey, Brazilians, you're Black. Hey, if you have suffered slavery through the hands of our oppressor, you're Black. I know y'all like to say a lot of these cats that think they are foundational Black natives. They like to say they never suffered slavery. Well, guess what? Natives weren't slaves before we were. Natives were slaves before us Negroes that came from Africa. Yes, they were. They suffered along with us. You know what I'm saying? But let's get with it. We always had a problem with separating ourselves from the people of this land to the point that, look, we voting is one of the main things that ties us to the people of this land. Interracial relationships, a whole bunch of things. Hip hop, I ain't going front. Hip hop is probably one of the biggest things that ties us into the people of this land. Because the simple fact is hip hop is now multicultural, believe it or not. I know it sounds crazy, but it is. It's something that we started that our oppressor decided to use for money. And he does it well. We have no control over it. He does. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Doing according to their abominations, even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites. Let me tell you something. We are doing after the abominations of this land. We just got finished with one of their abominations with Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is one of their abominations. Thanksgiving is a celebration to the slaughtering of millions of Native people. That's what it is. It's a celebration of the slaughter of millions of Native people, right? And then right after that, you can deal with Black Friday. Black Friday is another abomination because the simple fact is you were a slave. That was the first discounted item on Black Friday. You were the first discounted item on Black Friday. When a slave could have been sold for $100, he was sold for $80. Got good hefty discounts on you. And next you're about to celebrate, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all about to not celebrate Hanukkah. Y'all about to celebrate Hanukkah. Y'all about to join our oppressor in his celebration of it. Then y'all about to join our oppressor in his celebrating of Christmas. And then y'all about to, very few of us is about to celebrate, what's it called? I don't know, there's some Black holiday made by some Black jailbird who got, I don't know how much weed and drugs was in the system, but made up some holiday for Black people to celebrate that connects us to Africa. Not near African celebrates it. I forgot, what is that? Kwanzaa. That's what it's called, Kwanzaa. And y'all really think that we don't have we ain't doing any abomination. Look, us attaching ourselves or tethering ourselves to our oppressor has us celebrating his holidays. So if you celebrate our oppressor's holidays, guess what? You're a tether. That's what the FBA likes to call our brothers, our Caribbean brothers, our South American and Central American brothers They like to call them tethers. Well, let me tell you something. You celebrating Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Hanukkah, Valentine's Day, all those other things, you are a tether to our oppressor. You are tethering to his culture. I know y'all like to say Caucasians don't have no culture. Let me tell you something. They do. Caucasians have culture, and guess what? Most of the things that we do as a people is their culture. From the holidays is their culture. The language we speak is their culture. You know what I'm saying? So we're showing you two things right now that interracial relationships, you know what I'm saying, causes us to tether on to them through language, through their spiritual beliefs and customs, through their holidays. We do all that. We do all that. Let's continue. Let's continue. Verse 2. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves. Like, see, he's saying we have taken all these Canaanites, Hittites, Perizzites, Jebusites, Ammonites, Moabites, and Egyptians and Amorites. We have taken them. We have taken their daughters for ourselves. We have married their daughters. We have become one flesh with their daughters, which is a sin to the Most High. Let's continue. We have taken their daughters for themselves and for their sons. We even allowed our sons to marry these beasts, these gross detest dogs. That's what we have allowed our sons to do. Let's continue. So that the holy seed had mingled themselves with the people of those lands. What is the seed? What is the seed? So what is this talking about? This is hitting on 2 points that you need to understand. If we marry them, our seed has mingled with them. That's showing you that sex is marriage. So that's telling you not just interracial relationships is the sin. To all those simple people who like to detach themselves, detach sex from relationship, let me tell you something. You can't. You can't detach it because you having interracial sex is a sin. It brought it down to the bare action of marriage. Because the holy seed, what's the holy seed? The holy seed is the Black, Hispanic, and Native man's sperm. That is the holy seed. Let's continue. Have mingled themselves with the people of this land. Our seed has mingled ourselves with the people of this land. Look at Kanye's kids. Kanye's seed has mingled with some, I don't even know what she is. She's I think she's Eastern European. She's like a Ukrainian or something. And that's what she is. I thought she was like a Palestinian at first, but Kardashians are like, I don't know. They're not my people. That's all that matters. I know my people. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Yea, the hand of the princes and rulers hath been chief in this trespass. Who are the main people that's doing this? See, and this is what y'all need to understand, because this is important, especially in this gender war age. It's the chief and the princes that are mainly doing this. So all you Tyrones out there, you ain't getting no Beckys like that. If y'all do get a Becky, she is roadkill. If you do get a Becky, she's roadkill. The chiefs and the princes, it's the politicians, the policemen, it's the Black leaders the black entertainers, the people that we look up to in this age that is mostly doing that. They are the ones that are mostly involving themselves in interracial relationships. It's not the average Tyrone and Raheem and you know what I'm saying, Jose. Nah. Nah, it's not the average of us. It's the chief of us. The average of us, we only have the opportunity to deal with what's around us. And what is around us most of the time is our women, it's our people, it's Black, Hispanic, and Native women. And the same goes in reverse too. It's the chief of all women that do it too. The women that has notoriety in this world that deal with men of other nations. Even though it's rarer with black women. Black women don't do it as much as black men. Black men complain about it more. But let's be honest, black women do not involve themselves in interracial relationships as much as black men do. You know what I'm saying? As much as you hate a black woman's mouth, guess what? She is more loyal to you than you are to her as a whole. I'm not talking about individuals here. I'm talking about as a whole. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue. And when I heard this thing, I rent my garment and my mantle and plucked off my hair. Plucked off the hair of my head and of my beard and sat down stoned. This prophet heard about Black and Hispanic and Native men marrying women outside their race. And got so angry with it, he ripped out his own hairs, ripped out his own hair in bed. Brother bugged out. He snapped. He had every right to. That's how we all should feel when we see it. In fact, a lot of us do feel that way. I seen men that was in interracial relationships get mad when they see a black woman in an interracial relationship. It was crazy. It was crazy, man. I had to call him out on the BS, but it was crazy. Because we know there's something wrong with it. We know that naturally. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop down, I think it's to 11. Yeah, let's get to 11. Which thou hast commanded by thy servants the prophets, saying, the land unto which ye go to possess it is an unclean land with the filthiness of the people of the land, with their abominations, which have filled it from one end to another with their uncleanness. So let me tell you something. Everything our oppressors do, everything that a Caucasian does, everything that an Asian does, everything an African does, everything that everything everybody else does. If you're not Black, Hispanic, and Native, everything that they do is uncleanness. It's filth. It's something that is destructive to us. Let's continue. Now, therefore, because of their nastiness and their way of life, now, therefore, give not your daughters unto their sons. Because of their way of life, don't give your daughters unto their sons. See, once again, Christians would like to say it's about religion. No, it's about culture. It's about customs. It's about way of life. It's about the way y'all think. We don't want that polluting our children. You shouldn't want that polluting your children. Now let's continue. Now therefore give not your daughters unto their sons, neither take their daughters unto your sons, nor seek their peace or wealth forever. Because of their culture and their nasty way of life and their ways, We should not be giving them to our children. Because giving them to our children is like a way of seeking peace with them. I talked about this earlier. It's like seeking peace with them. And there is no peace with them. None at all. You can't be seeking peace with them. But let's continue. Or their wealth forever. See, that's another thing. We think because we marrying a Caucasian that we got some money now. We think we're marrying an Asian, we out of the hood now. We doing good now. No. No, you're seeking their wealth. I heard on the Joe Budden podcast how these cats were laughing and saying they would give Dolly Parton the business just because she has money and her notoriety. That means you're seeking their wealth. You're seeking their wealth. You would do that with that 80-year-old woman. That is gross and disgusting. She's an 80-year-old Caucasian beast, and you want to give her the business just because of her bank account and her notoriety. See how far we have fell as a people? See how disgusting we have become? That's what it is, though. That's what it is. Let me finish this up. That ye may be strong and eat the good of the land. See, that's the only way we're going to be strong. Interracial relationships make us weak. It makes us weak as a nation. What makes us strong is us sticking together and loving each other. Sticking together and building the nation together. And separating ourselves from everybody else. That's what makes us strong. It's not on some genetic thing. Oh, no. This is about straight up us loving and depending on each other and separating from everybody else. Because everybody else's influences over our nation is the poison. That's the poison. Let's continue. And leave it for an inheritance to your children forever. See, we don't have an inheritance for our children right now because the simple fact is we too busy loving our enemy. We too busy marrying our neighbor. We too busy giving whatever little goods we got to our enemy. That's what we're doing. And it's disgusting, man. And it's disgusting. I'm gonna drop that one right there. Let's get to let's go over a chapter. Let's go over a chapter. Let's go to Ezra 10. Ten and 2. Go. I just noticed I forgot to write down Nehemiah's verse. Well, let me write in the Nehemiah verse real quick. I'm gonna write down everything I wrote that I spoke on. I believe it's 3 and 11 through 12. All right, but I post it up there real quick so you see it on the screen at least. If you don't get to the chat, you'll see it on the screen at least. Then I'm going back to the Ezra. Bear with me 1 second. Bear with me one sec. Bear with me one sec. Bear with me one sec. Just the devil being a devil right now. All right. Now I got that out the way. Let's see. Nehemiah. Ezra. I'm supposed to go to Ezra 10 and 2. Ezra chapter 10, verse 2. And Shechaniah, the son of Jehiel, one of the sons of Elam, answered and said unto Ezra, we have trespassed against our God and have taken strange wives of the people of the land. Yet now there is hope in Israel concerning this thing. All right, let's continue. Bear with me one second. Now, therefore, let us make a covenant with our God to put away all the wives and such as are born of them. So these men are trying to make a covenant. You know what I'm saying? To they notice the errors of their ways, basically marrying these strange women. But they also want to get rid of the children that are born of them. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. According to the counsel of my Lord and of those that tremble at the commandment of our God, and let it be done according to the law. Arise, for this matter belongeth unto thee. We also will be with thee. Be of good courage and do it. So he's giving them permission to get rid of them. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of them women. Then arose Ezra and made the chief priests, the Levites, and all Israel to swear that they should do according to this word. And they swear. So basically they made their promise and they swore, right? Now let's continue. Actually, let's drop down to verse 10 real quick. Let's drop down to verse 10. And Ezra, the priest, stood up and said unto them, ye have transgressed and have taken strange wives to increase the trespass of Israel. So they made the promise and then they broke it. They made the promise, then they broke it, and now Israel. See, this is what you need to know, and this is the big issue with us. And this is the brotherhood class, so I feel like I'm obligated to bring it out. You sinning does not just affect you. You think you sinning, only you have to pay the crime for it. No, you sinning affects the whole nation. Like, let me read that again. And Ezra, the priest, stood up and said unto them, Ye have transgressed and have taken strange rise to increase the trespass of Israel. So those men that slept with strange wives, they increased the trespass of not just themselves, but of Israel. And that's something that we need to remember. That's something that we need to remember is that our sins affect the whole nation. The laws you break affect the whole nation. That's why the law is built not just on brotherhood, but it's built for brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? Now, therefore, make confessions unto the Lord, God of your fathers, and do his pleasure. What is the Most High's pleasure? The Most High's pleasure is you following his law, right? And separate yourselves from the people of the land and from the strange wives. That is the Most High's pleasure. Let's wait. Bear with me. This woman is being retarded. Oh, bear with me. Salaki, y'all. Getting an apartment never been so difficult in my life. But let's get back with it. Okay, now therefore make confessions unto the Lord God of your fathers, and do his pleasure, and separate yourselves from the people of the land and from the strange wives. Then all the congregation answered and said with a loud voice, As thou hast said, so must we do. So they made the promise. They broke the law of not marrying strange women. That shows you that this is a law from the gate. They broke the law, and then they promised back to the Lord that they won't break it. They broke it again, and then they had to to atone from that. That should make it clear that the swirl is a sin. Swirling is a sin. But let's drop that. Let's go to let's go to actually, is there more? I think there's more than that. Let me try 19. No, let's go to 17. Verse 17. And they made an end with all the men that had taken strange wives by the first day of the first month, And among the sons of the priests there were found that had taken strange wives, namely of the sons of Jeshua, the son of Jezedek, and his brethren, you know what I'm saying? And skip that. And they gave their hands that they would put away their wives, and being guilty, they offered a ram of the flock in their trespasses. So these men continued doing it. Read this whole chapter to get more in depth, but these brothers kept on doing it. The Most High had to deal with them. But let's drop that. Let's get Judges 3. We all know what Judges is. Judges 3, I believe 6. Judges chapter 3, verse 6. Bear with me as I get there. All right. Let's start with 5. Judges chapter 3, verse 5. And the children of Israel dwelt among the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. And they took their daughters to be their wives, and gave their daughters to their sons, and served their gods. You heard what happened in Deuteronomy. In Deuteronomy, that was a warning. We told you, if you break this law, your children are going to end up following their gods. Your children are going to end up following their culture, their customs, and their way of life. And that's going to anger the Most High. Let's continue. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord. So them marrying other people is evil in the sight of the Most High. Interracial relationships is evil in the sight of the Most High. That's what you need to understand. Let's continue. And forgot the Lord their God, and served Baalim in the groves. That's what they did. That was utter evil. Can't be doing that. Can't be. That's the problem with interracial relationships. You end up serving other gods. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop that. Let's get 1 Kings 11, 1 through 3. All right. Bear with me one sec. 1 Kings 11 and 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughters of Pharaoh, that's Egyptians, women of the Moabites, Chinese, Ammonites, Japanese, Edomites, Caucasians, Zidonians, and Hittites, of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall thy come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their gods. Solomon clave unto these in love. So let me tell you something. The Lord said, don't do it. Solomon said, I love them. It's all about love. The same thing y'all Christians say when we say that interracial relationships is sin. Y'all say it's all about love. Don't stop love. Let people love who they love. Love, 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 love. Well, guess what? Solomon loved all these strange women, and look where it got him. He held on to them in love. That emotion that comes and goes, that waves high and by on a daily basis. Let's continue. And he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. All these women, they turned away his heart from following the Most High. That was Solomon's crime. These women turned away his heart. He started following these women. These women were no good for him. Just like I'm telling you today, these women are no good for you. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop that. Let's get not much time. Well, I got about half an hour. Let's get first Esdras 8 and 69. Esdras is another book in the Apocrypha. I believe it's the first one. It is 69, right? The nation of Israel, the princes, the priests, the Levites, have not put away from them the strange people of the land, which is our problem. We have a problem putting away these strange people. Don't act like we don't look at them strange. We do. Everything about them we look at as strange. Everything. I mean, they put raisins in potato salads. How much stranger can it get? You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Nor the pollutions of the Gentiles to wit. See, we don't understand that these people, they're polluted. They are polluted. They pollute in the land. You know what I'm saying? They pollute us. They are pollution. Let's continue. Of the Canaanites, Hittites, Perizzites, Jebusites, and the Moabites, Egyptians, and Edomites. That's basically everybody on this planet. This mind you. Darn it. For both they and their sons have married with their daughters. So we have took us and our sons and married these dirty people's daughters, these polluted nations. We have married their daughters. Let's continue. And the holy seed is mixed with the strange people of the land. And from the beginning of this matter, the rulers and the great men have been partakers of this iniquity. This is very similar to what we read earlier. We're showing you who are the main perpetrators of this. It's not really these poor men, these poor broke men, no. The poor broke men don't have options because what do women love? Women love power and money. And it's only right. That's what we need to understand. That's what women like. Power. It says money is a form of power, especially today. That's what they like. And the men that had that power, those were the men that was able to dibble and dabble in interracial relationships. And those were the men that the poor men looked up to. So the poor men would look up these other women, look at these other women as they were gifts, as they were beneficial. We look at them as if they were beneficial, and they're not. They're not. You know what I'm saying? Any more on that? Now let's drop that. Let's go with let's go chapter over to 9, verse 7. First Ezra 9 and 7. That's where I'm going. We might read a few verses. All right, if you're there, read along with me. So Esdras arose up and said unto them, Ye have transgressed the law in marrying strange women. So is there marrying women of other religions? Nah. Is there marrying women of different political beliefs? No. Is marrying strange women. Interracial relationships is a sin against the Most High. And this is a prophet telling them this. You transgress the law in marrying outside of your nation. You transgress the law. You break God's laws by doing such a thing. Let's continue. Thereby to increase the sins of Israel. And now by confessing, give glory unto the Most High, to the Lord, God of our fathers, and do his will and separate yourselves from the heathen of the land. What's the heathen of the land? See, a lot of people like to think the word heathen is some derogatory term. No, the word heathen means that you're not an Israelite. There's only two ways to be a heathen, and that is to be a heathen by birth. That means you're a heathen that was born in another nation. That's all. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not an Israelite. It's okay. Then there's Israelites that don't act or practice the culture and customs of Israelites. So they would be heathens too. You know what I'm saying? So you must separate yourself from the heathens, from those who are not part of your way of life, from your culture, your customs. Heathen don't mean some type of weird Christian thing that says non-believer. No. Heathen literally means somebody that is not of the Israelite nation. And the problem why so many Black, Hispanic, and natives are so against this is because we believe we are heathens. We believe we are Gentiles. We believe we are not of the nation that this book is speaking to. But let me tell you something, you are. It's only speaking to you. It's only written for you because only we can understand it. Only we can understand it. But let's continue. And from the strange women, then cried the whole multitude and said with a loud voice, like as thou hast spoken, so will we do. That's what I need y'all to do. As I tell you that breaking that interracial relationship is a sin against God, I need y'all to understand that and accept that and do it. And do it. It's not that I'm just telling you, I'm showing you. I'm showing you in the scriptures. I'm showing you in the scripture that this is a law against God. If you don't believe me, do your own further study. Study every scripture, read every chapter, not even just the verses I gave you. Read every chapter. Come back to me with questions and Just know I know your heart. You really do love other women outside of your black, Hispanic, and Native women. I don't understand why, because we got the most beautiful women on the planet. But do your thing. Do your thing. I ain't mad at you. Let's drop that. Let's get Numbers 25 and 6. Let's get Numbers 25 and 6. Numbers is part of that Torah, the original 5 books. All right, let's get with it. Numbers chapter 25, verse 6. And behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses. So he brought some woman that looked like a Midianite. We knew she wasn't of us. She looks Midianitish. You know what I'm saying? She don't look like an Israelite. Maybe because she wasn't. We just couldn't pinpoint exactly where she could. So we said Midianitish, right? And in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel. So this man brings a strange woman in front of everybody. It's like that cousin that you have coming over to the family gathering. No, I'm going to make it even. I want to make it hit even harder. It's like that cousin that comes to the Thanksgiving dinner or the Christmas dinner with a white woman. The whole family's going to look at him like he's crazy. We do that. We're going to look at him like he's crazy. The truth is, a lot of us are going to look at him like he's crazy. We're going to, talk like he is crazy. But a lot of black men are going to be jealous. Let's be honest. They're going to be jealous. But let's continue. Who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saw it, so when a priest of the Lord, somebody who upholds the law, see this man bringing a woman of another nation amongst the congregation, let's see what happens. He's like, yo, it's like when cousin Tyrone brings that white woman into the family, guess who's going to say something about it? Nana. Nana going to talk. Nana is the authority. She is the oldest woman in the room. She's going to talk. She's going to make Tyrone feel bad. Let's talk. He rose up among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand. So he sees this Midianitish woman. They doing their thing. They all kissing and hugging. And they all up in the congregation. They all happy. Everybody sees them. He takes a javelin. And what is he about to do? Now, you know what a javelin is, right? Oh, man. A javelin is a weapon. But let's continue. And he went after the man of Israel into the tent. So this brother grabbed the javelin and follows the man into a tent. This man has that woman with him. So he follows this man and this woman into the tent, right? And thrust both of them through. The man of Israel and the woman through her belly. So he thrust them both. Why? Because they were doing something they shouldn't have been doing. They were doing something they shouldn't have been doing. And what's the wages of sin? Death. Don't feel bad for him or her. A priest killed them. And javelin went right through both of them. 2 birds, 1 javelin. Let's continue. Oh, my fault. So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel. See, when the Most High sees that Israel is against that sin, the plague is not dealt with Israel. Let me tell you something. If that priest did not deal with it, other men would have thought it was acceptable. Other men would have thought it was acceptable, and other men would have did something stupid, like getting with a woman of another nation, bringing her amongst the congregation, which is a sin. There's two sins in one. You got with another woman, then you bring her amongst the congregation. God, you are brazen. You are brazen. Let's continue. And those that died in the plague were 24,000. So there was 24,000 other people that was dealing amongst that plague. But guess what? The plague of interracial relationships, yes, that's the plague that's talking about. Plague is talking about interracial relationships. Guess what? It was gotten rid of at that moment. It was gotten rid of at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop that. Let's get Joseph. Hold on. Joshua. Let's get Joshua 23 and 11. Joshua. What the hell? I think we go a couple of verses on this one. Joshua chapter 23, verse 11. Take good heed, therefore, unto yourselves, that ye love the Lord your God, man. Look at yourself. Look at the way you act, look at the way you move, question your behavior, and see if you really do love the Lord. Ask yourself if you really do love the Lord, because remember what the Bible says, loving the Lord is following the law, statutes, and commandments. You can't love the Lord, you can't love yourself, you can't love your people unless you're doing that. If you're not doing that, you don't love the Lord. Let's continue. Verse 12. Else if we do in any wise go back and cleave unto the remnant of these nations. Look, if we go back in any way, shape, form, or fashion and cleave back unto these nations, start doing the things that these nations do, start loving these nations. If we start holding on to the remnant of them, just a little bit that's left, a little bit of them, and we start cleaving unto them as if they're so special, start feeling a way for them like we're cleaving unto the Palestinians because they getting, destroyed left and right. They getting dealt with. But some reason, so many black people want to cleave unto them right now, think that we're doing something that matters because we got a Palestinian flag on our shirt. Let me tell you something. You're doing yourself an injustice. You are hurting your own people, and you look like a straight up clown. But let's continue. Even these that remain among you, even these few that remain among us, that's in the hood with us, these Eminems and these, what's that white boy from Boston? That's from Cambridge. I forgot his name. He's a nobody. Nobody really respects him. I forgot his name, but even these people that we think are so down for us, the few of them, even them, we seem to be cleaving on to, but we shouldn't be. We should not be cleaving on to them. But let's continue. Remember that even these that remain among you, and shall make marriages with them, and go in unto them. And we shouldn't be making marriages with them. We shouldn't be going on to unto them. Leave them be. Leave them alone. They not our business. You know what I'm saying? And go in unto them, and they to you. That means you giving your sons unto your daughters. You giving the daughters unto your sons. I mean, that should not be going on. Let's continue. Know for certain that the Lord your God will no more drive out any of these nations from before you, because we are so persistent of being amongst them. Most High is getting sick of it. He getting sick of it, so he ain't going to drive them out no more. You're just going to have to deal with the pain that he tried to warn you to stay away from. And we're feeling that pain now. We're feeling that pain now. Let's continue. But they shall be snares and traps unto you. They are snares and traps unto us. Our love for them just made them snares and traps for us. And we don't see it. We don't see how let's take Tiger Woods for example. Man, loved herself some Caucasian women. Look at him. Got knocked up the head. His career went down the tubes. It was sad. It was so sad. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. And scourges in your sides and thorns in your eyes until ye perish from off this good land which the Lord hath, your God hath given you. And look, we are not in our land today. Look who's in our land today. Look who's in our land today. Our enemies. Those people that we wanted to cling on to. You know what I'm saying? I want to end the class with that. Should I add? Hold on, I got time. Now I want to end the class with that. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Check this out. Understand this, man. The Passover, April 20th. We're going back to North Carolina. We're back in Bull City. We're back to show out and show up. Pay your $200 Passover fee as soon as possible so we can get it in. And with that, shalom.